welcome back to new class 349. All right, regular verbs, middle column, page 169. But really, we're on, page 336 in the middle. Point 24, but regular verbs. Yes. How many times, Richard, have you escaped from prison? I've never escaped from prison because I've never been in prison. How many times, Richard, have you escaped from a complicated relationship? I've never escaped from. Nunca me he escapado de. I've never escaped from a complicated relationship because I've never had, I think, a complicated relationship. As far as I can remember, as far as I can, que yo pueda recordar, siempre se dice que, as far as, siempre tan lejos como, que yo sepa, as far as I know, que yo recuerde, as far as I can remember. I've never had I've never had a complicated relationship, so I've never escaped from a serious relationship. Hey, Richard, do you remember El Lute? Yeah. What was he famous for? He was famous for escaping from prison. How many times did he escape? I don't know, but I think he escaped 2 or 3 times. He became famous. He escaped 2 or 3 times from prison. Yes. Richard, what time did you finish the class yesterday? This class? Yesterday I finished it at about 8 o'clock in the morning. 7:56 or 7:57 in the morning. I finished. Richard, how old were you when you finished your studies? University studies. I was 22 when I finished my studies. And did you do graduate work? Yes, later I did an MBA. MBA? What does MBA mean? Excuse me? What does MBA mean? MBA means Master in Business Administration. Master. Yes, Master in Business Administration. When did you start? I started when I was 31. And when did you finish? I started when I was 33. When I was 33 years old. Finished. Hoped. Yes. When you started this program, did you hope to reach class 349? Like, oh yeah, I hoped, no, I expected to reach class 400. Yeah, I didn't hope. Hope is esperar rezando a la vez para que se haga realidad. You hope. But to expect is dentro de mis expectativas. I expected. I not only hoped, but I expected to reach this class with no problem. Did you jump over a fence last year? No, I didn't jump over a fence. When was the last time you jumped over a fence? I think I've never jumped over a fence. Es que saltar sin tocarse. To jump over a fence es una valla. I've climbed over, to climb, trepar. I've climbed over, Dover. El puerto de Dover en Reino Unido, Dover. Climbed over. He trepado sobre, o sea, salta una tapia, una valla, subiendo, trepando. I've climbed over. Ahora, enlacemos como Dios manda. I've climbed over a fence many times, but I've never jumped over a fence. Jumped over. Have you ever jumped over the moon? No, I've never jumped over the moon, only the cow. Have you ever jumped over a bar? Well, yeah, el listón. Yeah, I've jumped up many times, high jumping. I've jumped over a bar. Did you jump over? Jumped. Laughed. Yes. Did you laugh a lot yesterday? No, I don't remember. Yes, I had a lunch yesterday with 2 people. Well, I had a lunch with 1 person, but a second person came for the coffee at the end of the lunch. And she's a very funny person. And so I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot. During the coffee, I laughed a lot. ¿Cómo? I laughed a lot. Me reí mucho. I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot. Laughed a lot. All right, Lanzarote. I laughed a lot. Yes, and are you laughing now? No, I'm trying not to laugh. To laugh, all right, jump, liked. Yes, when I was a teenager, I liked mushrooms. Mushrooms or champiñones. But later, no, I don't like mushrooms. But I remember when I was a teenager, I liked mushrooms. I liked them, but not anymore. My tastes have changed. My tastes have changed. Richard, where did you park this morning? This morning I parked downstairs. You parked downstairs. Was it easy or difficult to park? It was easy. Did you have to maneuver a lot? No, only once. I turned and I backed up and then parked. Yes. It's impossible for me. Yeah, boy, yeah. It's impossible for me to park in downstairs without one maneuver. So when I go in, here's the parking space, but there's a wall here. So I come in, my car comes in, and I turn, but I can't turn completely. So I turn like this, and then I back up, and then I drive forward and park. Yeah. Is it clear, Marta? Huh? What would I do without these pencils? Eh? I would be. So I this morning, well, about 15 minutes ago, I drove into the parking garage downstairs. Entré conduciendo. I drove into the parking garage downstairs, abajo. Se dice escaleras abajo en inglés para este tipo de abajo. I drove into the parking garage downstairs, and when I reached my parking place or my parking space, I turned a little to the left, stopped, and then I backed up. Voy a enlazar. Backed up. Di marcha atrás. Se dice to back up. I backed up, and then I drove forward about 6 meters, less, 4 meters, and then I stopped the car. I turned off the engine. I got out of the car. I closed the car door, and then I locked the car. And then I came here. Yeah, but when you came here, was Marta waiting for you? No, she wasn't. She wasn't waiting for you, for me. But did you get here before Marta, or did she get here before you? I got here before she did. Really? What time did you get here? I got here at about 7:20. What time did she get here? She got here at about 7:25. And were you the first person to get here? No, I wasn't. I wasn't the first person to get here. No. Who was here when you got here? Who was here when I got here? Rosie. Rosie. Who's Rosie? Rosie is the cleaning lady. Ah, la mujer la limpieza. Yeah, the cleaning lady. La dama de la limpieza, the cleaning lady. Se puede decir cleaning woman, pero no se suele decir. The cleaning lady. And how long has she been the cleaning lady in this office? Rosie has been the cleaning lady in this office since 1996. Well, in this office, no, but in our company, in this company since 1996. She's been the cleaning lady for 27 years. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's a long time, eh? I've known Rosie for 27 years. Is she a good friend? Well, yeah, Rosie's a good friend, yeah. Yeah. She knows me very well, and I know her very well. I know her children. So yes, for 27 years, a long time, eh? She's a very good professional. Okay, so let's go on to point 25. Yes. How many times did you forget your name last year? I didn't forget my name last year. And this year, I haven't forgotten my name so far. But maybe I'll forget my name in the future because I'm starting to lose mental faculties. Yes. So, if I forget my name in a future class, remind me. He said, by the way, Richard, remember your name is Richard, not Robert and not Jimmy. All right. And Marta's name is Marta. So if I start losing my mental faculties, but I haven't forgotten my name yet. Have you ever forgotten your cell phone? I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've forgotten my cell phone. But I usually, very few times. Have you ever forgotten your mask for the COVID? Many times I've left home. Did you forget your mask yesterday? No, I didn't forget my mask yesterday. When was the last time you forgot your mask? The last time I forgot my mask was 2 weeks ago, I think. I walked down the stairs. I live on the 5th floor. I walked down. I always walk up and down the stairs. I never use the elevator. It's part of my exercise routine. And I walked down to the 2nd floor and said, I forgot my mask. And so I turned around and walked back up. 3 flights of stairs. Tres vuelos de escalera. O sea, 3 tramos. Se dice vuelo, flight, landing. O sea, vuelo, aterrizaje. You say tramo, descansillo. We say vuelo, aterrizaje. Vuelo, flight, landing. The landing. All right. There's a restaurant in Dallas, Texas, very good, called The Landing. So says el descansillo, la escalera, the landing. All right, so forgotten, gotten. Yes. When did you get your degree? My university degree. I got my degree in 1974. How old were you when you got your degree? I was 22. I told you before. Ya te lo dije antes. I told you before. I got my degree when I was 22 in 1974. Yes, and how old were you when you got married? I was 26 when I got married. How old were you when you started teaching English? I was 22 when I started teaching English. How old were you when you started teaching English on television? I was 54 when I started, 54 when I started teaching English on television. Nunca es tarde si la dicha es buena. Huh? I had never set foot in a television studio until I was 54. To set foot is nunca había puesto pie, o sea, nunca había pisado un plato televisivo hasta los 54 años. So, it's never too late. Se dice en inglés, it's never too late. En inglés no añadimos si la dicha es buena. It's never too late to do something interesting, to do something productive. It's never too late. Remember that. It's never too late to learn English. It's never too late to do anything in life. The first time in my life I spoke into a radio microphone, I was 51. And the first time in television, 53 or 54, I think 54. So, all right. How many presents did you give your children for Christmas last year? I didn't give my children any presents for Christmas last year. Que racano. You're very stingy. Stingy. Well, my children are grown. But yes, my wife gave my children some presents. So indirectly, yes, I gave my children a few presents for Christmas. And did they give you any presents? Yes, they gave me 2 or 3 presents for Christmas. Did you open the presents on Christmas Day or on Christmas Eve? I opened them, or we opened the presents on Christmas Eve, not on Christmas Day. But when I was a little boy in Texas, the custom was to open the presents on Christmas Day in the morning. The children wake up and run to the Christmas tree. Look! Because before there are no presents. The custom is a Christmas tree, and there are no presents under the tree. But during the night, Santa Claus comes and leaves presents. And so when the children wake up in the morning, they remember it's Christmas Day, and they run to the living room where the tree is, and there are 15 presents under the tree, and the kids go crazy. To go crazy is volverse loco, recuerda. To go crazy. And the kids go crazy because of the presents under the tree. I remember in Houston, my sister said to me, listen, tonight, it was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is Nochebuena. Eve. Eve, escrito Eve como Eva, Adán y Eva, Adam and Eve. Pero Eve significa víspera de. So Christmas Eve means víspera de Navidad. New Year's Eve, Nochevieja. New Year's Eve is víspera de Año Nuevo. Eve. Y de ahí viene la palabra evening. Buenas tardes, buenas noches, good evening. Evening is víspera del día siguiente, claro. Evening. Eve. You didn't know that, que no lo sabías. No, she didn't know. She's shaking her head. Marta's learning a lot for free. Yeah, she's not paying for this class. Yeah. And she doesn't have do you have the books? Yeah, she has the books, okay. Did you pay for them? No. You paid for the books? Come on. No, you didn't. You're kidding. You're kidding. You paid for those books. I'm going to invite her to lunch or something to compensate, because really she shouldn't pay for the books. Eh? Come on, you didn't pay for the books. She's nodding her head. Did Ruben make you pay for the books? Yeah? Que malo es. Ruben is our editorial chief. Very good professional. But he made poor Marta pay. Fíjate, usando el verbo hacer como obligar. La obligó a pagar por los libros. He made her pay. No to pay, eh? He made her pay for the books. He made her pay for the books. My God, come on. You're kidding. Kidding means me estás tomando el pelo, me estás, bro, estás bromeando. Yeah, she's not kidding. She had to pay for the books. Wow. All right, we'll find a way to make up for it, to compensate for it. All right, so gone. Did you go to Malaga last year? No, I didn't. When was the last time you went to Malaga? I think about 4 years ago was the last time I went to Malaga. When was the last time you went to Fuentes de Oñoro? The last time and the only time I went to Fuentes de Oñoro was in 1974, I believe. Yeah. But I didn't go to Fuentes de Oñoro. I passed through Fuentes de Oñoro on the way to Lisbon. There are 2 ways to go from Madrid to Lisbon. The Extremadura route through Mérida, Badajoz, Elvas, etc. Or you go through the Salamanca route, which is Salamanca. Fuente de Oñoro is a small town, a village on the border between Spain and Portugal in the province of Salamanca. If you want, for example, if you want to go to Coimbra, or if you want to go to Lourdes, no, ¿cómo se llama? What's the name of the place in Portugal where the Virgin, I can't remember the name of the place. Santarém, no. If you want to, then you go through Fuentes de Oñoro. So I passed through Fuentes de Oñoro. To grow, I'm not growing anymore, but my grandchildren are growing. And last year, both of them grew about 5 centimeters, probably. Grew. This company grew very quickly in the 1970s, in the late 1970s, finales de los 70. It grew continuously, not fast, but continuously during the 1980s. In the 1990s, it declined a little in the recession of 1992, but then it grew quite fast. It grew quite fast between 1994 and the year 2000. And then in the year 2000, there was a recession, and the company declined. But then starting in 2003, the company grew very quickly. Yeah, very quickly, until 2009. And then the company stabilized. It grew. Grown. Yes. All right, we'll come back later. Yes. I'm here. I teach because I like to. I don't teach because I have to. I don't teach because I need to. I teach because I want to. I teach because I like to. Yeah. Now, I live in Madrid because I have to. I have to, because I work in Madrid. I'm still working. If I retire, maybe I'll move to the coast, or maybe I'll move back to the States. I don't know. I haven't thought about what I'm going to do if and when I retire. If or when I retire. I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about it. No me lo he pensado. I haven't thought about it. But I live in Madrid because I have to. I teach English because I want to and like to. I don't have to continue. I could retire now if I wanted to. But for the moment, I don't want to. I don't want to. Why don't you retire, Richard? Because I don't want to. Yeah. And I don't need to. What do you mean you don't need to? I don't feel tired. I'm okay. I still have energy. So I don't need to retire to rest. Yeah. So I haven't retired yet because I don't want to. But I live in Madrid because I have to. Si vivo en Madrid porque no tengo más remedio. Tengo que vivir aquí. Bueno, me gusta. I like Madrid. But if I retire, I might move to another location. I might move somewhere else. Somewhere else is a otra parte. Mudarme a otro sitio, otra parte. I might, puede que me mude. I might move somewhere else. So, right now, I live in Madrid because I need to. I need to. Fíjate el tú se queda. O sea, vivo en Madrid porque necesito vivir en Madrid. Es redundante decirlo así. Correcto, pero redundante. Vivo en Madrid porque tengo que vivir, necesito vivir en Madrid. I live in Madrid because I need to live in Madrid. Ahora, para evitar redundancia, vivo en Madrid porque me hace falta. O es necesario. I live in Madrid because I need to. I need to live. Lo de live in Madrid no se repite, pero el tú sí se queda pegado. I live in Madrid because I need to. Ahora sí, sigo porque se me obliga, as I have to. I live in Madrid because I have to. Vivo en Madrid porque quiero. I live in Madrid because I want to. Vivo en Madrid porque me gusta vivir en Madrid. I live in Madrid because I like to. Ahora, se podría decir, vivo en Madrid porque me gusta Madrid. O sea, vivo en Madrid porque me gusta. O sea, la ciudad. I live in Madrid because I like it. En referencia a la ciudad. Ahora, vivo en Madrid porque me gusta vivir, verbo, en Madrid, se dice like to. Si es implícito un verbo después, it's to. So I use this book because I like it. Está bien. Uso este libro porque me gusta el libro. Ahora, uso este libro porque me gusta usar este libro. I use this book because I like to. I like to. I use this book because I need to. Yes. And I have to go. I have to say goodbye. Why? Because I have to. Not because I want to. Because I have to. See you tomorrow.